Hey, it's your boy Travis, back bringing y'all another video. And guys, in today's video, so I'm going to be bringing y'all what's going to be, not my new build, but it's going to be, well, a build that I might make in the future. So if anyone remembers my dominant videos where I used to just body people on my small forward slashing playmaker, I did some experimentation with a lot of builds. I've been banned, for like the last almost week now. I've been banned, and I would think I'm getting on banned in February 14th, 15th, something like that. So I have a lot of time to experiment with builds, expand on my skill, expand on other parts of my game, mainly my dribbling. I've been working a lot on that on Blacktop. So, I've been experimenting with a lot of builds, like I said. Hold on, sorry. I'm texting my girlfriend right now. Let me just send this. Anyways, alright. So, it's funny that I started streaming. Now she wants to text me, but she's left me alone for like the last 4 hours. Alright, so this is a point guard, but trust me, it has decent size. It's basically a shooting guard. What does she mean? English? Alright, bro. Alright, let me focus on this and get this out of the way. You can't leave your girl undelivered or seen. It's not a good idea. Alright, point guard. What the hell? Okay. Alright. This is the third pie chart down. It's the slashing and playmaker chart. It only gets a 64 three-pointer at the start. Trust me, it gets better. But, it isn't good at first. But trust me, once you get it upgraded, starting off until you get into like 95, 96, 97, and all the way to 99, the only times you're going to be able to shoot is in the corner. But trust me, it's very, very good. Now let me show you. So you can choose this pie chart for your physical profile, just to be fast. But I like to go with this pie chart just because it's still fast. It's not strong, but you're a guard. 9 out of 10 builds, you don't really need strength. And the vertical, you're a slasher, you need hops, obviously. But honestly, I'd go with the one with vertical. But honestly, what I've noticed is that your vertical doesn't matter that much. Like, you can have, like, I noticed if you're getting the animation that that you're getting, if you're gonna dunk on someone, I've noticed that you're gonna jump just as high for that animation. You get the animation just the same, and that's what I've noticed. I just noticed that it doesn't matter as much as 2K says. But alright, so look at the badges. That's what I just want you to look at right now. I don't want you to look at any of the stats for now. It gets 20 finishing, 13 shooting, 24 playmaking, and 6 in defensive rebounding. Let me just tell y'all this real quick. Alright, so my small forward build got 20 finishing, or 22 finishing. So it loses 2. It got 13 shooting, so it's kept the same. It got 25 playmaking, which means it lost 1. which is okay. It just means I don't get unpluckable on bronze, unless I want to remove like diamond or something and spread it around. I don't know. But this time, instead of getting 1 defensive and rebounding badge, it gets 6, which is enough for pickpocket, which you need because whenever you get into the higher overalls, you'll get a pretty higher steal. And then intimidator, which, do I really need to say why you need intimidator at this point in 2K? I guess. Now, I think you can change this from block and get the same for defensive rebound. I can save. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be honest though. So this is the, in quote, most effective build, you know, with the most finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive badges that you can get. But here's how I'd honestly make it. I prefer silver quick draw. It only gets gold shooting badges, so you know that. If you prefer gold quick draw, now I like silver quick draw for builds that can't really shoot as well, because no matter what you say, with the N3 that you get, which you're gonna have to watch later into the video to get, I mean, you're gonna need more badges to help shoot, and I like to have a slower jump shot for those builds. I don't know, necessarily why you expect to want the same jumper, because you're gonna need that same and better green window. I just figure it just works better with non-shooting builds. So I like silver quick drop, so I at least need 2 shooting badges. You're gonna need catch and shoot, and you're gonna want hot zone hunter, 8 badges. But so here's what I did, or here's what I like to do with this build. Oh, what? Alright, hold on. I think I made it some way where I was just able barely to get another badge, but I don't know if it was the playmaking or if it was the finishing. No, was it the finishing? What was it too? It was to something. Okay, well, no. Maybe I did. Maybe I did this. Maybe that's what I did. Yes. Okay, I remember now. So, I would get 20 finishing, and I get 1 more extra playmaking and 2 more extra defensive and rebounding. But I'd lose the shooting badges that I don't necessarily need. I'd get silver quick draw, which I want. I'd get gold catch and shoot and gold hot zone or gold corner, whatever I, wanted. I don't know. I didn't max out the build. I didn't even have it past 60. But what I thought is, because look at this. Hall of Fame consistent, Hall of Fame relentless, Hall of Fame contact finisher, and that's only 12. Then you get slithery and fancy footwork on Hall of Fame, and that's all 20. Or you can trade like fancy out for like giant slayer, whatever you want to change that out for. Yeah. Now here's the thing. Silver catch and shoot, which I want. Gold catch and shoot and gold hot zone hunter. That's all I wanted and needed. Alright, because on my other build with a worse 3-pointer than this, that's all I needed. I'd green everything in the corner, assuming I timed it right. Now, I mean, if you want gold quick draw and you still want those badges, then I would make the other one that I showed you with 13 shooting, 25 playmaking, and 6 defensive and rebounding. Because you can't get anything. It's either this or that. There's no in between, sadly, that you can choose. Now, with the playmaking, this gets everything I want. Alright. Bronze, unpluckable, because that's all I want and need. Then you can get all half badges. Tight handles, space creator, quick first step, which you need. Dimer, no, I don't think I had handles for this. Nah. And for general, which you can change and, maybe change tight handles for days if you need that. I mean, I never ran out of stamina when I was dribbling. I'd always either find myself with a wide open lane, which I took because I was a slasher, because I never took threes. Really, I never worked for a 3-pointer. I never had to. Most of my friends just would leave me open, and most people would leave me open thinking, oh, slashing playmaker, he's not going to be able to shoot. And plus, he's a small forward, and I was like, all right, you know what, I'm up. Well, I'd pass, and then my teammates would pass back, and then catch and shoot. and dimer and all that. But and then for defensive and rebounding, gold, quick or pickpocket and intimidator, and then you could get a silver badge. But I don't. No, that's it. That's gonna be enough for me. I would just do this. Sorry. Just because then this way you get the extra shooting badges that you'll want. You just won't get bronze unpluckable. Oh yeah. Then you won't get 2 defensive and rebounding badges. But then you get all these extra badges, like so many extra badges. And now, if you want to, I guess you can go the route of trying to get like the extra 2 finishing badges. I mean, I noticed on my original slashing playmaker that they didn't make a big difference to me. I noticed. I'm not that big of a deal, I guess. So, to put it this way, you still get the same finishing badges. You only get intimidator and pickpocket, big deal. And you'll lose on pluckable, and you get to have green machine now on gold. So you get to have another gold badge, whatever you want to put on. Dead eye. Maybe you want to spread it around, get like silver dead eye, bronze limitless range, or maybe you need that gold catch or corner specialist if you want to. I don't know. But moving on from here, you can choose from there. Listen. So first off, you don't want to make him 6'3". These stats are like if you want to do this, you might as well make the small forward build so you can be 6'7" or 6'6". Listen, here's what you really, really want to do. You don't want to go up and just keep it at 6'4". You lose some of your ball handle, which you don't want to do. You lose some of your layup, you don't want. And all you really benefit is the extra things, like standing dunk, which you can't do that well in this build, and your post hook, your post fade, and most of you just your post stuff and defense. But you lose some of the defense that you want too. 6'5" is where it's at. Let me tell you this now. Look at this. So you get a boost to your driving dunk. Sadly, you lose some to your driving layup, but you'll get some more. You get better finishing stats, all right? You'll lose one of your mid-range, but you still don't lose one of your shot. Now, you don't want to make him 6'3" or 6'6". You lose everything so bad. 6'5" is where it's at. Let me just say. And 6'5" is what makes this build. Let me say it. All right. Now, you'll lose a lot of ball handle. This is all really just for finishing stats, for an extra finishing stat. But trust me, once you finish off with your weight, which you'll lower down, and then I think you can make it, 177 or move it to 178. Do whatever. You can play around with it if you want to be faster, but this will give you more interior defense and a little bit more strength, which might change. It might change like 10 plays in your entire career. It doesn't really matter. Now, not minimum wingspan, but 78. So look, here's your finishing stats, right? The best contact dunks in the game, I'm +5 even to that. Whenever you're 99, you have a slasher. Like if you made a slasher stats and upgraded just his driving dunk and driving layup, that's the stats he has. So that's pretty good in my eyes. I'm fine with a 95 driving and a 96 driving layup. That's a really high stat. At 99, you'll have a 72 3-point shot, which is enough to shoot, in the corners, pretty much 100%. You're only going to miss a few shots if you take them on the wings and top of the key that you should have made. But, it's not that big of a deal. Now, you're 91 ball handle, so you unlock all the best animations and speed boost and all of that. And you get still a really high ball handle. That's enough. You're not going to get really ripped with that. And if you do, that's just retarded. And then at 99, you get like a 96 to your ball handle, which 96 ball handle. You can definitely rock with that. You're not gonna get ripped with that 96. You also get to boost your strength having the lowest. Now, if you put this, all it does is give you defense, so I wouldn't do that. If you honestly wanted to, you probably could just lower down 1. So you'll lose 1 to your steal, but you get the extra ball handle. I don't know. I'd suggest getting the boost to your 3x2. That's really what's going to matter. The extra ball handle. And then just not making minimum is only because you'll lose an extra steal and block. Now, you still get a pretty good steal and block, to be fair. I saw one thing people like to do with their point guard builds is keep it at this wingspan or lowering it down 1. And just getting like +1 to their shooting. I don't think that's a good idea. I think getting as much as you can for shooting, especially with builds that are going to be shooters, you need to really focus on, you know, trying to help out the shooting and getting it up, or you're just abandoning the shooting in general. But yeah, no, that's not what you're doing with this build. Now there's 3, you know, takeovers that you can choose. Number 1, slasher, 2, playmaker, 3, shot creator. Let me give you the ups and downs of this. So I used to have on my small forward slashing takeover. I loved it. You earn it fast. You get it, and if you have a teammate who has flashy passer, it's 2 flashy passes, and you get most of your takeover. Like all you need is like a rebound or an assist or something. So 3 flashy passes, and you have takeover. And I think it was 4, and by the time you get 4 points, which isn't hard to do. By the time I got 4 points at least, I would have enough rebounds and assists that I would have team takeover, assuming all of them were flashy passes. Otherwise, 5. So 3 max, 2 or 3 for your takeover, and then 3 or 4 or 5 for your team takeover. So slasher was very easy to get, especially if you had flashy passes. Without it, it'd be like more like 4 or 5 buckets. And then like a few rebounds and assists, like to get your takeover. Otherwise, like 12. But I mean, it's not that hard to get. Now, playmaker, wait, hold on, let me finish the slasher. Slasher's really overpowered. When you get it, you get an extra boost to your vertical, speed, and mainly just your athleticism, and then you also get a boost to your stats that at 99 you'll get the best driving dunk you can in the game, which unlocks some special animation or some shit that you can get. Yeah. Now, with playmaking takeover, well, we already know. Let's get this conversation out of the way. Playmaking takeover is broken and horrible. It's absolutely horrible. It takes way too long to get. Mainly because, if you're ISOing and score off of ISO with it, you don't get much to your takeover, for scoring. The only way you get takeover is by doing flashy passes and stuff, which, Now, I wouldn't recommend playmaking out of all of these. I would definitely not recommend it. If you're looking for an ISO build, this would work for it, and you could do playmaking. But the thing about it is no one is going to guard you. Everyone's going to see slashing playmaker, and you're going to be sitting there dribbling, and nobody's going to guard you. You're just going to get the wide open shot anyways, and, might as well take it. Or if they're camping paint, might as well go try to dunk on them. And, dribbling, you're not going to really dribble and then get a shot in the corner. You just can't create room in the corner from dribbling. Unless there's some dribbling tactic or glitch I don't know about. There's no way you're, getting open off of ISO in the corner. Now, you could get open, but you're probably running out of bounds 9 out of 10 of the other times. But, I wouldn't suggest it, because honestly, slasher takeover, I think, would be, if you're trying to have fun and dunk on people and, still break angles, still be effective. It's still really, really, effective at, winning. Obviously, that's what really effectiveness is. You'll still score a lot. You'll get it fast. I recommend it if you're trying to have fun, and it's still effective if you need it to be effective. Now, the most effective, really, but not fun at all, is shot creator. Now, either way, with all of these, you'll still get contact dunks. shot creator, you'll be able to break ankles a little bit more, especially off a step back and spins, mainly step backs. But the thing is, the main thing that you'll care about really is, the ability to shoot better. Now, you'll be able to shoot off the dribble, which is going to be the way that you get your takeovers by shooting. Do I recommend shooting? No, not at all. Not at all. If I had to recommend that you do literally anything in this entire virtual game, out of everything you could do, what I recommend you doing is going to slasher. But if you want to do shot creator because you want to be a better shooter, like I said, you want to run that ISO and get a few ankle breakers going and then dunk and whatever. The shot creator is going to let you do that better than playmaker will, because then people are going to be like, oh, but you're a shot creator, let me guard you. Now to boost it, and I don't know, I haven't tried this, do not take my word on this, alright, I'm just saying that this might be how it is, but with shot creator, obviously you're going to get a boost to your percent and, have a higher, basically 3-pointer percent chance to make it. In other words, basically you'll have a higher 3-pointer if you have shot creator. But what I'm saying is you might be able to shoot a lot better at the wings and the top of the key, allowing you to ISO. However, I do not know if that is true, and indeed it might not be, so let me tell you that might be wrong, and do not listen to my word. Now I'll say it. If it allows you to basically ISO, because you can shoot at the top of the key and whatnot just as well as you can in the corner, then it's the best takeover, easily, hands down. Because then you can break ankles better, and you can still break ankles, just not make people fall, and you can still dunk on people either way. Because with all of these, you can still break ankles and still dunk on people. There's only one that really does anything to affect that is playmaker, which allows you to, make people completely fall. Now, there's a certain slashing, like some sort of like slashing takeover animation that you can only get with slashing takeover, but like that's just a certain animation. I mean, if I do like the windmill dunk, like I don't care. Like if I jump over someone, like, I mean, it's an animation. As long as I get the animation and make the bucket, I mean, I'm cool. And that's the effective way. Or the fun way. I mean, either way, I'll be screaming and fucking laughing and dying on the ground, just out of, being happy. Because I mean, you dunk on someone, it's a very. Now, sorry, I went on my phone to text reading. I was on stream. I just say slasher. Now I'm gonna go with slasher because I like, how fast you can get it, because it's the fastest, most effective. Basically gives you the most opportunities, and I mean, just all around, it's just, it's a lot funner, a lot better to have. Plus the blow-bys that you get. So as you see, we get slashing playmaker, similar to Derrick Rose back before the ACL. Let me say that, because he used to be so athletic, so quick, and had so much hops. That's the Derrick Rose it's comparing to, not the new Derrick Rose that just sits in the corner for the Detroit Pistons. Splash. John Wall, I mean, really, that's just because of the pure athleticism. What I noticed is, alright, it has the athleticism of Derrick Rose, has the finishing of Derrick Rose, the shooting of John Wall, and the defense of John Morant, or the playmaking of John Wall and the defense of John Morant. Let me say that, because here's the thing. Derrick Rose, we know, can finish around the rim. We do not have to argue on that one. We can all agree that, well, in his prime, Derrick Rose at least could really finish at the rim. Like, really, he reminds people of Dwayne Wade. He reminds me of Dwayne Wade. Like, honestly, if I had to compare anyone to Dwayne Wade, it'd be Derrick Rose. I mean, there's a few other people. I want to say Allen Iverson. But John Wall, I mean, really just has the playmaking. I mean, I don't care what you say. John Wall has great court vision. I mean, his stats don't show that, but he's on the Wizards. I mean, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, I'd guarantee you if he was on, like, say, the Lakers, which that would be nice. I mean, I'd take him on the Lakers. That'd be cool. I mean, at least we wouldn't have Rajon Rondo running point anymore. You know, I mean, he has great vision. He's definitely one of the better passers at the point guard in the league. It's just if he was on a better team, he'd have like plus 3 or 4 assists. Well, I don't know what he's averaging in assists right now. But, and then the defense of Ja Morant, I mean, we all know Ja Morant can clamp up. And this build can definitely do that better than any other slashing playmaker can. That's for sure. And, I mean, all of these guys are, if you can't tell, great defenders. They're all pretty decent defenders, at least. Or, really good defenders in the case of Ja Morant. All pretty good, decent or really good finishers around the rim. To really good shooters. Or not really good, but, average shooters. I mean, they're all around. They're either average or... So, I'm going to go into test build real quick and just show you all the badges, show you all that I wasn't lying about, what badge you could get. I mean, now listen, this isn't the stats at 99, just want to say that real quick. It doesn't give you the plus 5 for 99. So this is your stats at, 95. I mean, you're not going to have your post, I mean, this is really your stats at like, well, not 85, but like at 86 or 87, because you're not gonna max out your free throw and post fade and care about those too much. Only your free throw, actually. This would be alright, because you'd max out your driving layup and driving dunk first. Let me say that real quick. Upgrade your driving layup and driving dunk. That's the first thing you want to get up. First your layup, then your driving dunk, then you want to buy them contact dunks. And start going to work and dunking on people. And all you're going to do to grind is just take layups and dunks and get dimes. Then you're going to upgrade your ball handle, not to 91, just to where you unlock the animations, which I believe is 85, but it might be at 86, I don't know. It could be at 84, just like the first finishing dunks, I don't know. And then you're going to upgrade your pass accuracy. After that, you could go for your mid-range or 3-point, or you could go for your defense, whatever you want to start working on first. I'd say driving layup, driving dunk, ball handle, then your 3-point shot, then your pass accuracy, and then work on your steal, block, and lateral quickness. And then from there on, it doesn't really matter too much what you do. All you need to know is that. Now, this is your stats at 99. You'll get plus 5 to all of these. So you'd have a 95 close shot, 96 driving layup, 90 driving dunk. Then you'd have like a 70. You'd have like an 82 mid-range, like a 72 shoot 3-point shot, 96 ball handle, about a 92 3 passing accuracy. And in your 80s, defensive and rebounding. So in other words, high 90 finishing, low 70 shooting, high 90s playmaking, and low 80s to high 70s defense. Now, here's where you can play around a little bit on whatever you want to. I would suggest, because look, reduces the fatigue effects from continually finishing at the rim with contact. I mean, I don't know if that's actually accurate, and relentless finisher, like consistent finisher, does more than just that. I mean, I notice a little bit of a difference, but you might want to put on Giant Slayer. I don't know. This is the badges I ran, and I found effective, and yeah. Now, catch and shoot, obviously. I like silver quick draw. You might want to move that up one. I don't know. Now, so remember when I said you could have those extra badges floating around? So bronze range extender, only for the reason that, one time you might have to pull up from range. Mainly, you know, probably limitless range for midi. Now you could do that, or you could just put like silver Deadeye, silver corner specialist, or you know, obviously gold quick draw if you need that. If you're putting gold quick draw on, I'd suggest just putting like bronze range extender on. But if you're putting only silver quick draw, like I am, to put like Deadeye or something on, I'm gonna leave it on Deadeye. You're gonna have to mess around and try to find out what you like best. I'm just saying. Now, for your playmaking, let me just show you the necessary badges. The badges that you must have. Alright? So, the badge you must first get, quick first step. You need quick first step on Hall of Fame. This allows you to blow by. This allows you to basically get a free momentum speed boost. It gives you so much speed. It's very effective. It works really, really well. And I was blow buying everybody in my like every single person on my friends list called me just a complete blow by machine. Alright, and I played against them every day, and they said that, you know, I was just a blow by machine, and this was on a small forward 6'6" with an 86 speed. Now that I'm on a point guard, well, basically a point guard, really more of like a shooting guard, but still, now that I'm on a point guard with a 95 speed, you're gonna be blow buying every single time. There's nothing that anyone can do about it. Now, you could argue that I was going against slower people, and that's why now that I'm going against faster people, it's not going to be, you know, as, well, it's not going to be as effective. But, I mean, there's going to be that offensive threat with the 90 speed. There's going to be the play shots with like the 84 speed, which becomes like 90. There's, you know, there's going to be your slashing playmakers with, you know, who think, oh yeah, it's going to be a great idea to have such a high vertical, which, I mean, might not be the best idea. I don't know. I mean, I haven't tested out any of their builds, but oh. Alright. Now, the badges you're going to need for helping out your teammates score, obviously, Dimer and Floor General. So these are the badges you need for diming your teammates. Now, you could like lower floor or dimer if you want, or forge or whatever you want to do. Now, for breaking ankles and ISO, Space Creator and tie handles are going to work the best. Just saying, because Space Creator, hold on. Now, I did tell you, so I don't use handles for days. That's one thing. I don't use it. I mean, I never did. And I was a small forward, dribbling. So, you know, I never found a reason to use it. But one thing for sure, I'd say gold dimer, and you could, you know, use the Hall of Fame flashy passer. Now, if you're running ISO, you know, you're doing all these dribbles and you're doing whatever, then I'd suggest getting handles for days. I'm not doing that, right? Oh. Like it's spelled band on Instagram. Like he spelled it band like a band with a trumpet. It's like B-A-N-D, but it's B-A-N-N-E-D. See, because I'm not going to be really running ISO. I mean, I'm not doing ISO. I know a lot of dribble moves. I'm going to be either dotting my teammates or really just trying to blow by. I ain't going to lie. I'm trying to break the system. So, I mean, since I'm going to be doing park, I don't really need handles for this. Yeah. Alright, so, I did just flashy passer, which if you don't know how to do a flashy pass, it's just double tap circle. And okay, hold on, let me end this conversation. Alright, so flashy passer really, like if you flashy pass to someone, like I said earlier in the stream, if you go back, just awesome. Just you can, give it to someone to boost your takeover too. You'll get your takeover faster. Okay, wow. All right. So, now the conversation's over, I can focus on stream again. So, I mean, you can dot someone in the corner for 3. I remember I played on a sharpshooter for quite some time, and a teammate with flashy passer, he would dot me, I'd hit a corner 3, or a 3, whatever, and my entire takeover would go up. Now, in the slashers, I noticed that more, it take more like 2-3 dunks, which isn't that hard to get, before it, does its thing. And so this is the best for like playmaking and just blow buying and just trying to be effective, honestly, in my opinion. But if you're ISOing and having fun, I'd suggest, or even taking off dimer if you wanted to. I don't know. The badges I'm probably gonna run is something like this. But also, flashy passer works as dimer too. It gives a boost to people's shots, takeover, and your takeover. However, flashy passes don't count as lobs. Now, lob city passer, not only if you have it, does it, increase the chances of completely doing it and completing it. One, if you have it on Hall of Fame, you can unlock certain animations, and what's it called? It boosts, like if you had it on, say, Hall of Fame, you'd get a little bit, not worth it to do it, but a little bit more takeover for throwing a lob to someone with it. And it's basically just a takeover booster and chance booster. It's basically just a dimer in that scenario. Now, you could honestly, if you're only going to do flashy passes, then you might as well just remove dimer in general, and then you could just, like, bail out on silver, or keep it on bronze. I don't know. I noticed that Lob City Passer on bronze works the best. Unpluckable on bronze, because it doesn't really, those both don't really change, other than unlocking animations. Above that, I mean, if you throw a good alley-oop to someone who could, catch it and finish it, I mean, all you really need is bronze. Otherwise, I mean, you're trying to throw lobs and try to have someone get jumped over. I mean, I don't know if bailout would be the best idea for this build, because, I mean, if you're taking shots like that, this build is not good for you. Right, you're not meant to be taking contestants with this, so this build's probably not the best for bailout. I mean, there'll be a few times where it help, but if you're taking shots like that, then that's on you, and that's your fault, that's your problem. Next, you're going to want to go Intimidator, Pickpocket, obviously. Now, maybe you'll only go Silver, Pickpocket, and go to Bronze or Protector, whatever you want to do. That's up to you to mess around with that. All I have to say is Gold Intimidator, you need it, and you need at least Silver, Pickpocket. And that's basically going to be it, and that's going to be this entire build. If I had to suggest jump shots, either Kyrie Irving, that has a high green window, especially silver quick draw with slashing playmakers. People with slower jump shots. Steph Curry has a very small green window, so I wouldn't suggest that. However, it is one of the better ones. Kevin Love, if you're starting out and you make a new build, I noticed Kevin Love has the highest green window to use for no quick draw, and yeah. So I'd say either start out with Kevin Love or just automatically skip to Kyrie. I'd say Kevin Love first. Whatever you get, maybe bronze or definitely get silver quick draw. Swap to Kyrie. And if you're going to gold quick draw, Kyrie does work, but trust me, it feels like an entire different jumper. Like if you used Kyrie on silver, it'll take, well, it won't actually take like 2 seconds, but then you put it on gold and it switched to like 1.2 seconds. Like the difference is fucking crazy. It feels like an entire different jumper. I mean, it really depends on whatever you want, but that's gonna be the build. I've experimented with a lot of builds, so I mean, this is the one I found the most effective and that worked the best. Now, you could make a shooting guard or small forward version of this at 6'5", but it doesn't get the boost to the shooting, so I decided to make it a point guard. Plus, it gets the boost to the speed, and, well, it loses some strength, but it gets the vertical and speed boost. So that's why I decided to make it a point guard instead of a small forward or shooting guard. And you could go experiment with the shooting guard and small forwards more than I did. I just noticed that the point guard had the best jump shot, but that's going to be it for this video. I just want to say that I might or might not make this build and grind it. I don't know yet. I haven't made my choice on that. I know soon I'm going to have, sometime in the next basically month, I'm going to have, I'm going to have a scoring machine back, and I'm going to be on my superstar account. But until then, I'm pretty much going to be grinding War Thunder, and yeah. I will see you on the next stream.